How to make an inexpensive goods yard. Hi, welcome back to my TT 120 layout. There are parts of my layout that are quite reasonably well developed. My factory over there, my houses here, the little pub, the shop, the main station with its canopy, etc. This is an area that I've sort of left till later on, and I haven't been able to quite decide what to do with it. I've built, and you might have seen in the previous video, a scratch build goods shed. So obviously there's going to be a goods yard over there somewhere. The other buildings that I've previously made, I've made a little chapel, which I think is going to go round about there. And then one of the first things I made from a downloadable kit was a little wood yard, which I think is going to go there. But how to use that space for the best is what I'm going to be thinking about next. And over here on my desk, what I've made is a cutout of the area so that I can actually work on it over here away from the layout. What I'm going to do is actually cut out a piece of mount board, do all the work on it, and then put it onto the layout. So this is step one of solving my conundrum. I've now planned out where everything's going to go. I've got a place on my master plan for an office that I'm going to have to build. I've got the goods shed. I've decided where I'm going to put an animal pen and the existing buildings with a little road for people to get past the chapel to get to the wood yard. It seems sensible to have a wood yard next to where goods and wood actually can be arrived. So we've got it sort of a place where everything I'm really happy with. The next step was to transfer that plan onto a piece of mount board that slots in exactly where it's going to go onto my layout. Just move it over onto my desk, and you can see that I've cut out the shape where the goods shed is going to go on there. And I found online a photograph of a weighbridge where goods used to be weighed on the lorry and then charged for the correct amount. So that's going to go somewhere over there. So the next step will be to think about some of the groundwork on the plan there, and also to manufacture the little office where people get charged for sending their goods. I've now downloaded and printed off some paper. This first one looks a bit like concrete being laid down, and this is cobbles that I've again printed off, and I'm cutting to the size so that my yard will be a cobbled yard. So that's my next stage. I've already sunken my weighbridge into the mount board so that they can weigh all the goods as they're about to be shipped off to their various destinations. I'm now making a little office for my goods yard. So I've just had a card cut the shape for the front of the office. I'll put a little bit of balsa wood onto the side, so that's going to be the chimney on the side, and sticking up above the office is a little sign, goods yard, which I've just printed off to the right size. So we're going to have a little office. I'll wrap it around with brick paper and roofing, and that'll just go in pride of place in the goods yard. And this is the completed goods yard office that I've now put together. I put little bits of plastic that I've painted black for the gutters and for the downspouts. The chimney was just made out of a little piece of balsa wood, which I stuck to the side of that shape for the end of the house. So I'm pleased with that. I think it just creates a nice thing. The door, I just found a picture of a door on the internet and just printed it off when I scaled it down. The window was just a bit of plastic with two very fine pieces of card just stuck across to create an impression. So that's going to go on to the goods yard in a moment. My next step has been to put a fence area. I've just bought online some TT120 fencing, so I've just created an area for my animal pen. I'm going to, in a moment, just put a little bit of straw down on the floor so the animals can stay there. And over on the gate side here, I've just put a fence there. The gap there is going to be where the chapel is, which you won't be able to see this area quite as clearly when that is in place. This is the goods yard now ready to go onto my layout. As you can see, I've put the wood yard back in its place. I've created over here the hay that's on the ground for where the cows are going to go, ready to be dispatched through the onto the trains. And then got the gates here now with signs on. Can't see that too well. Let's just move it round so you can. And then the goods yards, and this is the final goods yard ready to go onto the layout. The little office is over there. I've now completed the gates with little signs on as people came in. The weighbridge is there. The goods shed is now in its place, and over here next to the wood yard I've created the pen, and then the chapel is going to go into this place here, which will slightly obscure the view, but you can see that it's now ready to go on to my layout. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like it if you did, and thanks for watching. Bye.